Hello, happy Wednesday, water signs. I don't know what yellow post-it means, but yellow post-it. Um, so, this is kind of interesting. You've been having some, stuff going on in your life, but now it's getting better. So we have King of Swords, and swords, they're about thoughts, they're about balance. I think I said that yesterday or the day before. So you've got 3 swords here and a wand. Now, the King of Swords, he is all about, especially with the Knight of Swords. Now, Knight of Swords is the most offensive of the knights. He's taking charge. He's moving forward. He's very fast, very clear on what he wants to do. So between him and the King of Swords, this is exploring your options, getting clear on what's true. And I don't mean what's true by like other people's definition of the word true. I mean what's true for you as an individual. And you're doing that by making observations, by being decisive, and he is very discriminating. You see that hand, he's looking, and he's looking very hard, and he's thinking very hard about what's going on. He's not ready, but he's almost ready to get up and use that sword, to get on that knight and take off. But until then, he's kind of really focused on like, I don't know about this. So he's being discriminatory in what he's thinking about and in what he's about to do. But once he decides he's going to do it, he's going to do it. And you're not going to change his mind, right? I mean, he's a king, and he's got a knight backing him up. So this is being decisive and discriminatory, and then taking action on those decisions that you've made. Now, Druidcraft says the Knight of Swords, not impulsive, but could lead to a new lifestyle or routine, new friends, something that is, quote, radically different from what you've had in the past. So this is something that you've observed you need to do. This is something it might surprise somebody how quickly you can do like a 180 or do like a partial turn on something. But this is something that you're doing because you've been thinking about it, you've been considering it for a while. You're not just rashly going into it, even though it looks like you are to people on the outside. You're not. So this talks about planning a new path. And then it fits quite well with the Three of Wands, because Three of Wands is looking to expand. And it's looking to expand in not just a spiritual way, but a mental and emotional way, and that affects the physical, right? So you are looking for this new path, you're planning it out, you're looking to expand it, you're making plans towards this path and taking an overview. You're gaining confidence by what you see on this path, in this plan, having this plan in place. Now, the clarifier for Three of Wands was Seven of Swords in reverse. And I'll show it to you upright so you can see it. So Seven of Swords is a little bit of a teeter-totter in how you can read it when it's in upright and when it's in reverse. And the Druidcraft is funny how it puts it. I'll quote it for you. It says, many divergent interpretations are suggested, which is to be expected when we take the number of mystery, i.e. the number 7, combined with the double-edged power of swords, representing both clarity and conflict. So both sides, it's representing 2. It's got cutting for clarity, cutting on this side for conflict. So So the card may refer to dishonesty or deception being revealed, which to me in the upright, a lot of times it's about dishonesty. So that kind of makes sense. They're saying that for, you know, when it's in the reverse, that this dishonesty will be revealed. Somebody acting with fear of being caught, so they're being really cautious. Words being used to cheat or deceive. Or quite differently, counsel being sought, stolen goods being returned, or returning to the scene of a previous incident, possibly to assist someone. If none of these interpretations fit, you might like to consider the role of the trickster archetype in your psyche and in those around you. Now, to me, this is, because you're expanding, you're looking at this new path, you're looking at this quick change, or what appears to be a quick change to other people outside of you. I suppose some of that could fit, like somebody's been deceiving you and that's why you're making this change and you're planning this new path. And this in reverse could also be about you, like self-deception or like having an imposter syndrome. But I'm not really reading this card. I'm not feeling that in this card with the Three of Wands and expanding on this path. I'm reading the Seven of Swords in reverse is you accepting this new path, committing to it, and taking responsibility. You might be keeping it secret from people because they might be like, whoa, where did this come from? It came out of nowhere. And you just don't want to deal with their opinions right now. Perfectly understandable. I'm the same way. I'm not ready to tell anybody about my plans until they need to know or until I want them to know. It's none of their business, right? So, sometimes I do that, and I do have heavy water signs, so I completely understand that, you might want to keep things that you've been considering to yourself, close to your chest, before telling other people or showing them what you're going to do. Perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with that. At the bottom of Druidcraft, we have Eight of Swords, which is talking about self-imprisonment through your thoughts. But you can easily get out of this self-imprisonment. She can, get near one of those swords enough to cut her bondage there. She can wiggle out of that. That blindfold is not as tightly tied as it could be. Neither are her bonds with her arms. And the swords aren't, there's nobody guarding her. The swords are just scattered all over the place. So she can find a path. She could slowly feel a path to her way out of the swords. Right? So this is a self-imprisonment by your thoughts. And this is what's hidden from you. This is what's in your unconscious. So it could be that you are very well conquering those thoughts of negativity, of I can't do this, and all the reasons you think you can't. And now you're looking and you're seeing, hey, maybe I can do this. And you certainly can. Because underneath that, we have the sun. So coming out of the darkness into the light, being reborn again, having abundance, having creativity, having growth, having everything that you could need to sustain yourself. And under that, Six of Wands. So the card of victory, being the one who leads yourself and sometimes others into victory. At the bottom of Ethereal Visions, it's King of Swords, which is talking about, like I said, balance, discernment through thoughts. I mean, this is, the second or third day you've had duplicate cards? You and Earth signs, I think, have had duplicate cards. So this King of Swords in particular, you see the way that he's holding his sword is very balanced. And this is Odin. This is the All-Father. So this is the divine masculine in this particular card. And he's got the crown, which is either thought or memory, and then he's got the other crow, the other raven, the messenger from the world of the dead. That is, one is thought, one is memory. And you'll notice he's using the sword that he's holding evenly in front of his heart. He's using it, and he's cutting through the sun. He's got the sun at the end of his sword. He's got that golden light. He's got that creativity. He's got that ability to make things happen that he wants. He's got that abundance. Underneath that, in Ethereal Visions, Three of Cups. So this is card of celebration. This particular Three of Cups, I say, looks like the fates or destiny, the weird, the Norn, whatever you want to call them. And this is the golden thread of life. And they've got golden laurel leaves all around the bottom here, framing them. And they're celebrating. They're joyous. They're, your fate is to have victory over whatever this is that you are changing. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. If you want more, subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified. Leave any comments down below if you want. Have a great Wednesday. I'll see you tomorrow.